Hey, Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Missionary Readings, and today we're going to do another one. This one here is Ancestor Messages, Ancestor Readings. So we have 4 options here from the All-Weather Phenomena Oracle, made by yours truly. You can go ahead and pick. I got ones that are ancestrally, familially aligned here. So we have 4 options for this particular read. We have home. It says shelter, safety, nesting, and security. We have Monarch Migration, Reclamation, Generations, and Inheritance. We have Aurora, Ancestors. And we have Blood Rain, Health, DNA, and Family. So you can go ahead and pick one or more of these. You can intentionally set your energy to pick, okay, for this side of the family, I'm picking this one. For this, side of the family, my maternal grandma side, I'm going to pick this one. Or you can just pick one pile and see who comes through. We will pick some cards here to see exactly, some little insight of who it is, and then we'll go into their messages, okay? So that's what I have for you. Go ahead, click your timestamps, and I will see you there. Hey, group 1, I saw 111 here on the video. As we come into your read, let's go ahead and see your messages. Now, first up, the way that your ancestor is communicating who they are is to show the 4 of Pentacles here and the 3 of Swords reversed. So this 4 of Pentacles, we have 4 different sides of the family or the village, actually, in this particular 4 of Pentacles in this deck. So this is pushing back beyond the parents to show the 4 grandparents that would have brought the parents to be. So, and this is showing harmony with the 3 of Swords reversed. This is showing reconciliation. So whatever disconnects were there in your ancestry, there are good ancestors that are there within those lineages who care about you and want to help you and be supportive. They've healed and they're aware, and they are doing good things on the other side. This would say all 4 sides of the family, so both grandparents on the paternal side, both grandparents on the maternal side, or maternal and maternal, whatever your parental setup is, both of their setups of their parents. We have all of those lineages, good ancestors from both saying, hey, we're working together to make sure you're safe and secure. This 4 of Pentacles is a really positive one. It's not much about greed as traditional 4 of Pentacles, but it's about saving up and making sure each side of the family, of the village, had their storehouse of like their Ace of Pentacles, their abundance, what they needed, right? That they would be fed well and taken care of. So again, showing that you have good ancestors that are healed on each side, like maternal side, paternal side, and the same on the other side of the family. So really, really awesome energy. We do have an extra shout out to the zodiac signs of Capricorn and the zodiac signs of Libra, okay? That's what we have coming through. Let's see some of their messages here. We do have some index card channel messages, and it said, we parted too soon. We parted too soon. I'm helping to guide your path. That's so sweet and beautiful. And then we have alchemy. Alchemy. So looking into things of alchemy, could be spiritual alchemy, could be traditional physical alchemy, something to spark you on your path. Alchemy is the key word for the Temperance card in Tarot, which is a Sagittarius card, and that does show a guide coming down, some kind of spiritual being, and working fire and working the elements of the physical world to make something new, something magical. It's about having harmony in things and bringing together sides that seem juxtaposed and making a new path, making something beautiful happen. There's also the energy of art and transformation in that card. So beautiful vibes here of what they're bringing for you. Now, as far as practical advice, we do have here, we do have here the energy of the fish and the lilies from Lenormand, okay? So they have, this is giving me old money, old money energy. So it's possible that one side of the family actually has some money for a while there, and they're wondering, how's that money doing down there? We worked hard, we invested, are things still around that we invested in? So they can have a care for the inheritance or the hard work they put in for you guys. But we do have here that they have a goal to have you living very well. Like they want you to have some retirement money in life. They want you to feel like, man, I'm plush, right? right? They want you to go out with a lot of abundance that you have to sit there and figure out how you're going to hand it down or how you're going to will it to others. So they have good plans for security in business and finance. They do suggest to consider an older clientele as well. If you're inventing something, maybe what could help elders, for example, consider like a older age group. Don't exclude them. You're trying to trend, be fresh and hip. Okay, get them grandmas. But there is that energy of some kind of abundance and money that is available there through people who are older than the age group you're considering, or people who have had money longer than you're considering to tap into. They have the card here of skillfulness. We have the zodiac sign of Leo, element of fire, which is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And the number 5,000, okay? You might be getting 5,000 because they're serious about your business here, wanting you to have, again, longevity with it. Maybe you need some kind of investment. This could definitely be like an investor, going to somebody who has some more long-term experience in business and finance and getting some kind of investment. Start up money with that fire, right? Alchemy, we're trying to start something up, turn lead into gold, and show what we can make happen. So they're definitely guiding your path. They're definitely very financially savvy. Some of these ancestors could have been in agriculture and business. They could have inherited money, but really been smart about it, been very much trained what to do with money. So they have that energy there. We have different advice from them from different oracles. So let's go ahead and tap into what they're saying here. We have self-sabotage reverse here, and we have harvest reverse as well. So their advice here is they're not going to give any excuse when it comes to self-sabotaging your finances. They're definitely talking about wanting you to be secure in the physical world. They said what they said. They're like, you should have bank, you should have a safe. You said, well, help me out then. And they said, we are. And here's some of our advice. They said, look, self-sabotaging is never going to get you the harvest. It's not, right? Because again, I get the feeling some of them definitely worked the land at some point, has some kind of skillfulness in agricultural things. I also want to say architectural things. They're builders, they're and investors. They could wait for a long time to see returns, and they knew they had to stay up on their skill sets and tend their crops. Very Seven of Pentacles energy I'm getting, so maybe some Taurus here. And so they're saying, look, we got to come out of some sabotage. Even if you're like, I'm a Gemini, that's my thing. I'm a Scorpio, that's my thing, right? I'm seeing these zodiac signs here. I'm a Virgo, sometimes I'm on it, sometimes I fall off. They're saying, look, we have to focus to make sure we can get you the abundance that we really want. We want you eating well, taken care of, really, really thriving. And they're saying the biggest loophole to your abundance right now is when you fall off, when you stop training yourself, when you say, oh, I got enough financial savvy, and you don't continue to upgrade and update yourself financially. They said, ooh, that's not good. You got to stay up. Like, you can lose generational wealth that way, just not upgrading with the times and understanding current financial markets. They want you guys to make that your thing, that you understand how to be a financial wizard, okay? You understand practical finances, you understand these modern techie ways, right? Creative financing, all of that. They really, really want you to invest in that, okay? Let's see what else we have here. We got the past, so they're acknowledging, yes, we're from the past. We know it's different where we come from. They said the old traditions are out, though, and they have togetherness here, and they're enjoying the harvest on this card. So they're saying, look, we can support you and push you from the past, but it is cool, this modern stuff you guys are doing, and you have to upgrade and update with that new stuff. We have Ready to Love, okay, Ready to Love. They do want your heart open romantically as well. But I feel like it's really going back to this business vibe. Some of you, maybe you have a fear, almost fear of leaving your house, a fear of showing what's in your heart, a fear of showing your skills, your creativity, a fear of trying. You can be very, very sensitive with your heart chakra. So it's when the heart screams, reasoning goes silent. They want you to turn up your reasoning, your more practical mind here, because they're saying when you let your emotions and your sensitivities kind of control things too much, we're really, really going into this murky self-sabotage energy here. We're enjoying it too much. We're trying to pose, okay? We're trying to make it sexy or something in that way. And it's just not to be. It's not to be, okay? Malambo. Almost, I was going to say Mamba over here because the snake 24, it's 8:24 when I'm filming this. August 8 energy is also 24 breaks down into 8, right? 8, 8, 16, 24, and then it's 8:24. So that's four eights. If you see eights, this is your financial information, money message. We have 18 here as well from your ancestors, okay? So really keep in mind, I also get the number 10. We have the number 30 and 34 here. Yep, we have 333 up here because we have 3, 30, 34, and we have a 44 here because we have the Four of Pentacles and then the 4 over there and 34. And we have the home card, which to me is the fourth house actually, so a 444 there. And then, of course, we have 5,000 here, and Leo is the fifth house. So we have a sequence of numbers, okay? That you can connect with these messages here. But that's what I'm getting, all right? They say heal your heart. They're going to be a little bit more tough on you. We have the three of swords, excuse me, reversed. They're saying it's time to get it right. Sometimes when you're sad and you're hurting and crying, you just have to tell yourself, suck it up a little bit more. Like, let's just suck it up, take the medicine and move on. Kind of if you scrape your knee and you're out, walking or riding your bike or whatever, at a certain point, you have to stop hollering in the street. You have to say, let me pick myself up. I'm going to have to walk my bike a little bit. But I got to get myself home, get some medicine on here, put the Band-Aid on, and keep it moving in life. So they want you to feel a bit more practical, a bit more balanced. I'm filming this during Virgo season. Just went into Virgo. We have Sun, Mercury, Mars, and Virgo. Period. Okay. That's what I'm seeing. I feel like these are loving messages, so I hope you're able to receive them. I trust you are. Thank you to your good ancestors for coming through, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. All right, for group number 2, I'm seeing 1143 here. 143 says, I love you from your ancestors. Let's go ahead first and see the cards of how they're describing themselves, which ancestors are coming through. We have the Judgment card here and the Eight of Cups. We definitely have water sign energy here, particularly Scorpio and Pisces here. This could be that some of you already talk with your higher self a lot. You've already done some kind of past life recalls. You've already done a lot of spiritual journey. So you're already more likely to know which ancestors come through and who don't. So you're already like, hey, I know this is my great auntie, who be coming through, or my way back grandpa, or whoever it is, okay? We have that vibe here. This is saying the ones who are coming through right now have been on the other side for a while, okay? They've been there for a while. There could have been something about water. So they could have crossed or traveled over water being significant to them at this time. Lived by water, traveled over water, some kind of change, transformation by water. They could probably hear water where they lived, or where they made some big journey, something of that nature, extended periods of being near some kind of water, okay? But they really have that that energy that they're like the wake up call kind of ancestors. Like, they'll jump you awake. Literally, they will wake you up, and you'll be like, "Oh, I'm late for work." That kind of energy. They have that kind of throw your soul back in your body when you're astral traveling. Like, get up, go to work, or like kind of snap you awake kind of energy. They're already showing me that here. All right. Let's go ahead and see some more vibe. They're kind of redirecting it more to being like, yes, we're your guides, we're here, but let's go ahead with the reading, okay? Let's go ahead with the reading. But yeah, I do get the feeling some of them, they could have had some immigration or a relocation that they went through, and they're being a big thing with water. Okay, so their messages here that they're channeling is, I'll send them to you. They're going to send the right people to you. All right, whomever you are needing at this moment, they will be sent to you. We have feelings don't make love, so it could be romantically, and abuse is never okay. So again, they're very, very on it. This group, they feel like they're very alarm system type ancestors. Like, they're the ones that are going to make you catch somebody that's going to cut across your lane when you're driving at the corner of your eye. Don't make sense how you saw them, but you see it and you slam on your brakes, right? And you're safe. They're those kind of ancestors that really guide you, right? You picked a card, Monarch here, which is the migration journey, right? Being on the journey. And they're saying also they're really watching what you do in your romantic relationships. They're feeling like there are they're feeling like there's people around that aren't always healthy for you, and they're feeling like your emotions kind of trick you sometimes, and they want to make sure just because you're in your feels you don't mistake that as love and get yourself into situations, because with your ideals or the trick of the eye or whatever, we're getting into relationships that are actually very unhealthy for us, whether these are business partnerships or whatever they are, family dynamics. Okay, now, the practical advice they have here from Lenormand, this card actually snuck in because I thought there was only two cards with this deck, and all of a sudden I just noticed when I was looking down here, there is an additional card. All right, and it is the fox, which sneaks around. Okay, we got the fox with the snake and the person. So they're really going in about relationships, saying there are sneaky, cheaty, dicey people around you, and they don't like it. All right, so here with the Eight of Cups, they've been trying your whole life to make sure you always walk away from friendships, family dynamics, romantic endeavors, especially that are not healthy. They don't like it. They will block it. They'll try to block people from you. They're those type of ancestors. They will get all up in the mix. Look, you're in the booth dating, okay, at the little diner, whatever, whatever you're doing. They're sliding up like this with the milkshake right between you guys. Like, so you know we're gonna kick this person out, right? That's what they're showing me, right? You know we're not going to let them follow you home. We're going to make this person lose your number. Yes, we are. We have the gentleman, the snake, and we have the fox. And interesting, this is number 7, 14, which is twice 7, and 28, which is 4 times 7. So this is like 6, 7, that's 7 sevens right there. That's definitely a number they can be showing you. 7 is more a solitary number. It's about karma and like soul growth and like having to work through emotions. If you live in a place that has 7 vibration, quite often there'll be problems with the piping and like water, just like weird water and moisture issues. It's like time to reflect. It's kind of like the Hermit card in Tarot, actually. The 7th card in Tarot is the Chariot, which is ruled by Cancer, which is a water sign. All right, we did say water. So I had Scorpio and Pisces here, and there's our Cancer energy going on as well. There could be Virgo here. All right, so they're really saying watch out. Someone around is a cheater. It's the energy. Someone could be like a gold digger, clout climber, F person, gender neutral, F boy, but make it gender neutral kind of vibe. So they said, we're going to send the good people to you. Please, please, please do not allow these kind of shady people to come in. And they're saying, as a matter of fact, we're going to talk about it. Here we go. We have your desires, betrayals, and wounded healer reverse. Dang. They're being real. They said, now part of this is we're still desiring messed up people. We're still desiring, and we have a lot of trickster energy. We have the snake, the fox, and the spider. Those are all known to be trickster energies. Okay, we have a lion here. We have Sagittarius. We have Scorpio, Gemini. We have Leo energy going on here. And they're saying people that you should, if anything, consider them a mortal enemy. Okay, we're just drawn to trying to like make it work, fix it. Maybe we're trying to prove that there's unity and utopia or whatever by embracing toxicity, right? That can happen a lot in community work. Well, I don't want it to be a negative world anymore. My desire is for utopia. Therefore, I'm just going to ignore and put on my rosy glasses and just make myself accommodate abuse and pretend this person's not microaggressing, or, I just want our friend circle to be happy. So I'm just going to pretend that they're not a backstabby person, right? Or I'm going to try to make my family accept this abusive partner because I just want to have a family. I just want to get to my 10 of cups, right? But we're doing it wrong. They're really talking about this, okay? Some of you might have already went into some kind of isolation because you realize that you're like, man, I tend to get into dynamics that aren't the best for me. We have 8 and 20, which is interesting. So we have that 28 up there. So there's the 28, 28. We also have the number 15 here, which is the devil card in Tarot. So trying to reverse that, get out of bondage, get out of negative habits and kind of addictive behavior, right? Desires, negative addictive cycles that put us into the wrong relationship, maybe even through these connections or because of them going into some other kind of addictions. The snake card here can show taboos, all right? So this is like letting feelings rule everything. I did see a reference to the song with the index cards, Hurt by Johnny Cash, and that's a very much a song that has some self-sabotaging stuff going on, not always being healthy. Maybe you guys also picked the first pile. We had a snake card that was self-sabotage from this deck in that pile, okay? So it is talking about that, healing your hurts. Here it's also saying not making like some big monument to being a sensitive, emotional kind of feeling person and using that as a way to continue to hurt yourself more. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, I'm so sensitive. You know, that's why I'm in these abusive dynamics. Oh my gosh, look at me, right? That's the vibe here. And look, I'm Pisces, y'all. So I understand. I understand water dominant. Spiritual people, sometimes that can be the drawback, okay? Now, on the other side, they're showing that you guys are genius. You have a lot of ingenuity. You do have good discernment when you allow yourself to. When you don't ignore your intuition in order to accept toxic people, you're somebody who has a great law of attraction energy, can have a very clear third eye, can be very smart in interpersonal connections and things of that nature. So what they want you to focus on here, we have security, number 800. You have the 8 here. Letter Z. They want you to get all the way from A to Z. They want you to get that 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups, but in a healthy way here. Okay, we have air energy, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Let's see what else we have here. We have preparations. Okay. No, okay, we can see here. Preparations. We have harvest reverse. We have full moon energy, and we have returned affection leaning backwards here. So overall, the energy here is going to be suggesting from your ancestors that we get control of our emotions here. Don't let our emotions betray us. That we work our full moon energy to our highest best and know what we want to align to. We have Jupiter energy here. So your Jupiter moon, maybe you guys have Jupiter conjunct the moon. This can also mean you have so many ancestors. Like there are so many. All of these little dots are people actually. So you all have tons. I mean, technically everybody has, right? But some people just have big families for eons. So y'all have a lot of ancestors, okay? And so they're like, we're ready to get you prepared. They want you in a meditative state. They want you connecting with third eye. They want you properly honoring moon phases, not just like, oh my gosh, it's full moon, so I'm freaking out, right? It's Mercury retrograde, So they're showing they want you to be like this spider. They want you to create. They want you, if anyone's going to be the trickster, they would rather you have that energy. You control things. You be slick. You be ingenuitive. You be like prepared. All right. They would rather you roll the dice and take the gamble yourself as far as, like be in control of your fate. Like, dice quite often are shown as like destiny and fate unrolling, and someone else is shaking the dice, right, and rolling them out. You're like, what's gonna happen? What's it gonna land on? They would rather you be the one who's like making those dice land on what you need. You know what I mean? So they're really encouraging that, and they're saying no longer sit around and wait for affection from people. They're saying if you don't get true, honest, equal returned affection, if you have to wince and pretend something didn't happen and you're around toxic energy, they're really ready for you to let that go. All right, now some of you, they are showing that these have been your own toxic emotional habits that they have seen going on, and they would really ask that you, seek out healthier connections instead of being drawn to, third partying and house wrecking and toxic friendship dynamics and these kind of things, or just isolating because you're like, okay, I know I can get toxic in relationships, but I don't know how to deal with it. They're like, take it step by step, like really allow yourself to have accountability in your emotional nature. Focus on having prepared steps towards your own personal goals, because the more you get your own goals, it's showing that you won't you won't lean into those kind of habits so much. Maybe some of you are trying to circumvent finding your own security by attaching to like a toxic partner, for example. Maybe that's the example you saw from your family, is like it was super toxic, but they stuck together for security reasons, right? Happens with a lot of people. So they want a different path for you. They want you to feel your creativity. They want you to feel this exciting, adventurous energy with the universe. They want you to feel empowered by zodiacal transits in the sky in your natal chart. But they are saying all the harvest that you could have is definitely, this is what I don't like. I never want to see something left on the table when it comes to the good stuff. I want the good stuff that I can see in a tarot reading, right? Well, y'all have some stuff left on the table. You have the harvest card reverse over here. And in this deck is chocolate. No. Okay, we need all that. There's some oats, there's roses, there's sprinkle party over here. One of Baby Magic's favorite things, sprinkle party, from one of her characters. Little cat, it's a little cupcake cat that does sprinkle party when it's happy. So, and is a big crybaby when it's not happy, okay? We have violets here too, your crown chakra blooming. So you want to have some positive sprinkle party, okay? You want the cherries on top. You want the rose petals on top in your love life. Those are higher vibrational. You want the violet petals on top in your spirituality. That's higher crown chakra energy, right? You want that chocolate, all right? Those decadent, amazing, ceremonial, beautiful moments in life. So you know what? Let's go ahead and put it up right for you. Study your moon energy, your Jupiter energy, and see how you can get them stable, secure for yourself. And again, they're saying take the time, like a patient plant parent over here. Do your meditations and such. Y'all might also connect with some kind of incense. Maybe we're going to make some kind of incense. They do show you're very creative. You also can have some amazing business endeavors. You could be someone who could do good with the goods, or some kind of exchange of goods, things that you make by your hand as well, okay? We have an XOXO here, which is love, love, love from them, and also showing you'll have love from a soulmate coming in. So their advice here is to stick to your soul path. Don't get off of it. And they're just reminding you they do love you, even though they went in a little bit on this reading.